Hey,
Dealing with
it's a lot of
heartbreak.
niggas that I may affiliate with, but
Heartbreak.
they could never
I've
be
been dealing with
breadwinners,
heartbreak.
cause they not mafia
Nigga, my
material.
heartache.
You know what I'm saying?
Swear to God.
You know.
Look in the mirror, what do you see? I see someone dealing with heartbreak. When I love a nigga, my heart ache. I know how a Cuban cigar tastes, but that do not help with the heart pain.
My little brother died in the car chase. Spent on my older brother from inside the wheel. He got the car sprayed. Guess he got through in a crossway.
Thankful that we ever crossways. Wanna do heaven, got always. Praying how much I say always. Salute OG Booby, that's all day. Bringing it back on the causeway. Ain't fucking with niggas, they all fake. It's up on my end and they all hate. You can't get mad at a nigga who getting it if he not carrying y'all weight. I had to make a decision. Bro, on a mission to get it while y'all.
I'm Juice Lane, and this is my Tattoo Tales.
You gotta finish me right there. Say Mizey was smiling when somebody shot him. Diamonds on hit in the night air. Let's breathe for a minute. I mean, did a nigga not think that this day would come? I mean, from a law we come to a law we must return. I put a 4 in a 2-liter and remembers the Joe and we all well. I put a hole in a 2-seater. I press on the floor in the car bell. Running around like a Barksdale. Dump through a mouse with the cartel. Say you a dog with a small tail. Low to the ground with a large heel. The hoe that you love and she garbage. I'ma go room in the Corvette. Take your shoes off in the apartment. We could go sit on the carpet. Look, I made you some tea, she got all wet. But I am not falling for all that. I hear from the back and she all yeah. Now you gotta leave it on call back. I hear from the back and she on yeah. Now you gotta leave it on call back. Only the player shit I entertain. I done matured, I was being lame. I had some cuts turned into stains. You know I'm still praying for Lit Flav. I'm still affiliated with the game. Bread on the game. Cop lights, no looking around at the stoplight. These niggas be acting they not right. And all this security top flight. That might have went over your head a little bit, but it come off a Friday with my F. Smoking a clip running night steps. We trying to celebrate another season. I'm trying to levitate it out of reach. I'm trying meditation with my breathing. I'm trying better ways of living decent. I'm on some medication, got me thinking. I roll a cigarette with sativa. I'm on a different level on the keys. I'm on a different level on the keys. I'm on a different level on the keys.
I'm Juice Lane. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Now reside in California. I'm a full-time dad, most importantly, on the side. I'm a trainer, basketball, fitness, whatever it may be. Occupation, get money.
Tattoo Tales.
All right, y'all. I'm sitting here with the one, the only, Juice Lane. Man, big bro to me. I mean, as far as the tattoo game, set down the blueprint for me. And just, one of the, best basketball players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. And then, just all the above, this big bro right here. And like I said, he set down the blueprint for me and everything like that. So, I just want to get into it, man. You got so much ink, and I want to make sure we cover, some of these tales behind this ink. So, just want to hop in straight into it. I want to get straight into the thigh tattoo. You have this Marvel thigh tattoo along with the knee piece of your favorite Marvel characters. So what's going on with that? Why do we have that? And why those characters?
The ones everybody kind of frowned upon.
Right.
Nobody, not everybody superhero. It's not pretty, but they do it their own way. Mm-hmm. So that's why I have Venom, Juggernaut, Black Panther, and then on the back I have Deadpool, and then the knee piece is a piece. You
Right.
know, it's between the two different worlds. You know, you just want peace in everything, equality. It's the same thing in real life. It's not just Marvel characters or between God and evil, you would say, whatever it may be. But it's really just how I express how I do it.
Yeah, just another that's just what ink's about, expressing yourself through the ink. And like you said, just as far as how they have that, negative notation on them, but yet that peace symbol is there, for a reason. It's like a unity. So I just feel like that knee kind of just goes with that, with those, with those characters.
Yeah, it's just being being accepted.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, let's go to the other thigh. We have this, very unique house. What's going on with that? We have the front and the back of the thigh on that.
So this is literally the house I grew up in, my grandparents' house. Come on, you never forget where you come from. That's where literally I've done every possible thing, ran streets, jumped fences, did everything as a kid, It's your upbringing. So I never want to forget that. So that I literally got the front of the house, and on the back I have the back of the house, just because you spend time in your front yard and in your backyard. So I just thought it would be different. I ain't never seen nobody really with it. Only person I think is Gates that has this
on his
this
stomach,
house
yeah.
on his stomach. So that kind of gave me the whole concept, but my stomach's already covered, so I had to find another concept for it. And I thought the front and the back of the legs would be perfect, and then especially it falls in with everything else that I got going on
For
with
the
my
family,
leg
right?
piece,
Yeah. I mean, hands down, one of the most unique pieces. I've never seen that, as I said, other than Kevin Gates with the front. And it's definitely that he grew up in that house. I've been to that house, so I know for a fact that he grew up in that house. It's the real deal for that. One thing I've always wanted to ask you, man, you got all these tattoos. Is it pain or is it pleasure to you?
It's honestly pleasure to me. It's calming. It's therapy. You believe it or not, half the time I probably fall asleep. It's everybody has a pain tolerance. I've been through way more difficult things in life, so getting a tattoo is literally peace. I mean, it's quiet. All you hear is the gun. You got music playing, and if you've known your tattoo artist for years, y'all probably got stories and everything to talk about. So, and I normally have somebody with me, so just in case when I'm by myself, I'm definitely going to sleep though. But normally I try to take somebody with me to keep conversation, keep me up. But yeah, it's more pleasure and peace than pain. So
Yeah, I asked that because, there's some people that really see the pleasure in it and therapy and the relaxation in it. And then there's some people, that are screaming for their lives getting a simple tattoo. So it's just that thin line between pain and pleasure. And
it's a mindset.
Right.
If you go into it, think about it. A lot of people that ask you, they're like, it's so painful, but they don't have any tattoos. They're just going by what somebody else told you.
Right.
Until you really experience it for yourself, you don't know what the pain is.
You just have that thought in mind.
You just have the thought. So if I go into it and all I've heard is it hurts, of course I'm going to think it hurts. But if you go in, once you get it, you'll realize it's not really that bad. That's why they say they are addictive. So when people get one, they get multiple because they finally realize it doesn't hurt.
It's not that
so
bad.
It's not that bad.
So I always wanted to ask you, you're almost covered. I know you got a back piece in mind coming up. What about the hands and the neck? Do you ever plan on going there or?
I barely got the 333 tatted on my hands, and that's my daughter. She wanted matching tattoos. It means that you got the same tattoo. It's a symbol of completion. So that's really the closest I wanted to get. I try to stay away from the hands and neck, but from what I've heard, it's eventually gonna happen because I'm gonna run out of space. But I try to keep it, professional at the end of the day. I mean, I still got a full-time job,
Right.
so I still gotta go around people. At the end of the day, tattoos are way more accepted now but it's still, you still want to present yourself a certain way.
Right.
So when I put on a suit and tie, you don't see a tattoo. You see the ones on my the 333 on my hands.
Something
but
simple.
It's a simple tattoo. People don't think much of it. It's not till I take everything off then you realize, oh,
Yeah, fully tatted. Yeah,
tattoos,
it's a whole different ball game. Okay, man. I know you for the longest. Your first tattoo on your shoulder. I know you had got it really young. It was a huge tattoo then. We're here now, and it's not so big now. So tell me kind of the story, I guess, behind that.
All right, so the story behind my first tattoo. I wanted a tattoo. Matter of fact, I'm going to shout out Jerron Rush. That's the first person I seen with the basketball tattoo. I was like, at that time he was LeBron James before LeBron James. So you seen that growing up and being around it, you was like, that's cool. That'd be cool to get. So literally 13, 14 years old, it was already on my mind. So I asked my mom, like, can I get tatted? She like looked at me like I was crazy. Like, it's like, what do you need a tattoo for? Like, no, you don't need a tattoo. Let alone, I knew not to ask my grandma and grandpa because I already knew they was gonna say no. So I went straight to mom's. Mom's was like, no. She kept saying no. She told me ask my dad. I don't know why she told me to do that because I said no, I'm not asking him, but it was no need for me to ask him. So I just kept pushing, and she was like, yeah, okay, you can do it. But she had the mindset that I was gonna punk out. It was gonna hurt, and I was gonna be like, nah, I don't want to do it. So what she did was she took me to the tattoo shop, dropped me off. Like, she didn't pay for it. I had to pay for it with my own money. She was like, this is on you. You got to remember, it's going to be there for life, whatever. So she dropped me off. Mom's went and stayed around the corner because she thought I was going to call them like, nah, I don't want to do it. But I went to like this rinky-dink tattoo place, like in the hood.
It's always like that at first.
And it was a school night. It was a school night, and I was probably there till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Literally simple basketball tattoo with my name Juice going through it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so simple, you know what I mean? So I get it. When I say I'm 14 years old, it's huge.
Huge on your arm.
It was huge on my arm. So it was funny to see over time. She was like, when she first seen it, she was like, boy, this is like, I can't believe you did it. Like, because she thought I was going to punk out. So once I called her to come get me, she was asleep. Like, you got to think, it's late.
Yeah.
Like, and there ain't no catching the bus at that time of night. So I'm like, she came, got me. She was like, you could tell she was like, but she couldn't say nothing because she had a tattoo. So, you always use that against her. You find your leverage and you kind of use that. So that's kind of what I used against her. So, but that experience, it was cool, but it was scary, believe it or not, because I was by myself. It was
your first tattoo.
It was one of those moments, first tattoos. You don't know what to expect, anything at all. You don't even know if the dude doing the tattoos ever done a tattoo before. Like, it's just one of those random situations. So that was going to always be something that I hold in mind. Now that over time, I had to get it redone and add more to it because it was so small the bigger I got. So I had to I think I added hate it or love it above it and then get redone the whole juice. So.
Yeah, I mean, just like he said, man, he got that about 13, 14 years old. And, you turn into a grown man after some time and that tattoo just shrunk. So just for anybody out there that's young, want to get tattoos, just have that in mind that, that tattoo 10 years from later, once you actually grow into your full body, it might not look the same. So
I don't recommend anybody get tattoos young. Wait, let your body develop because you never know. I mean, everybody want to get tattooed and want to rush to get it. I mean, be my guest, but you gotta think. You gotta use your head. Some places are good because they don't really grow, but a lot of places you're gonna grow, especially from 13-year-old to what I am, 37 years old. So
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
edit that.
Nah, okay, man. Just with that being said, like you have all these 10 tattoos, and you set the blueprint for me. You know, people always say we have the similar tattoos. It's pretty much the same layout, just personalized to each other, you know? So you ever thought just, you know, maybe, now I'm not gonna say being a tattoo designer, but maybe like somewhat of a tattoo mentor as far as like helping people just plot out their ink?
I ain't never thought about that. It'd probably be cool to do. Me personally, I'm not that friendly. So
Introvert.
you more have to reach out to me or ask me for me to give you my input. I'm not just gonna say, hey, you should do this or you should do that. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest. Some things you shouldn't get, some things you should wait to get. Everybody want to get the sleeve so fast. I learned patience is key. I've I've yet to get a bad review on my tattoos, but it took, what, like I said, 13, 14 years old. I'm 37, so 20 plus years to get like this.
Yeah.
Like, but it's patience. You want to cover it up so fast, but you want every tattoo, literally every tattoo I have has a meaning to it.
Right.
Not one is just like, oh, I just got a tattoo.
Just got a tattoo.
No. And there's not a lot of smoke or shading either that goes along to it. I filled up every spot. So it's just literally placement. I took my time. I put everything in the basic places and then let it all flow together. So
Yeah, I mean like that, and just to throw it out there, man. It's okay to have a naked tattoo, man. I've had naked tattoos for years, and then finally do what I needed to do to it, you know, after really plotting it out. So it's okay to have a naked tattoo. You don't have to have the shading, the flames, all that extra excessive stuff, you know, just to complete the piece. You know,
you don't need it. That's the thing. You don't need it. It's just taking a blank canvas at that point. Like if you notice, an artist just don't fill up a canvas just to fill up the canvas. He literally used every canvas to put every detail to make every point that he's trying to get across through that art. So I wasn't gonna waste space by putting a lot of smoke or a lot of flames. No, if I can literally put something here and put something right on top of it, I'm gonna get more out of my canvas than the next man. So.
And it's expressing yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to express yourself as much as possible. Yeah. The smoke, the filler, all that's not gonna do that for you. You know what I mean?
Doesn't express anything.
Right. So, yeah. So that's just one thing I always want to put out there, that it's okay to have a naked tattoo for a while. As you know, you could come back to it. All right, man. You got this stomach tattoo. You've had it for a while. It says bless going one way and curse going the other way. It's super unique. I haven't seen anybody else with such a tattoo. You know what I mean? So it's just that unique to me. And I just, like you said, that's the forefront of your stomach. You know, that's probably one of the main things somebody sees when your shirt off.
So that right there, probably one of my favorite tattoos, to be honest with you. That tattoo is probably one of the most painfulest tattoos as well. The stomach is just not one of those places where it's subtle. But like you said, I remember him tatting one part of my abs and this side was cramping up. And then you're in the awkward position on top of that. So it was rough. But that tattoo is literally explains itself. That's just life as a human. You feel blessed. Because you're blessed to be here, but the things you go through in life, sometimes it feels like it's a curse. Some things reoccur. But even with being talented or being an athlete, it's a blessing at the end of the day, as we can see.
Right.
But it's always a curse because you held to a certain standard. People look at you different. You're no longer a normal human being.
Right.
You're supposed to be superhuman or untouchable or certain things. So
I hear you.
That's where that comes from.
Blessed and cursed. That's a great tattoo. You have all this ink. I always wanted to ask you just what's the craziest maybe comment or somebody said something to you, you know? I mean, you said at 6'5", about 240, 250. So like in all this ink. So, and I just, people judge, people sometimes might have been something nice, maybe something crazy. Just what's something somebody said to you just randomly or caught you off guard, I guess you could say.
Caught me off guard. It really doesn't catch me off guard so much just because I expected. I've been tatted so long. I think I started getting tatted when tattoos wasn't very fond of. Like,
Yeah.
if you got a tattoo, you either been to jail or you're in the gang or all these types of things. So I've been getting tattoos so long. So the craziest thing people ask is, does it hurt? That's probably the most common and craziest thing they ask you is, does it hurt? I mean, of course, you put needle to your skin, you're gonna feel pain. So
Right.
yeah, it does hurt, but it's like I said, it's a tolerance. But that, it's common. I'm 6'5", 240 pounds. I'm either a it's a football player. As I start working out and lifting weights,
All right.
I'm more traded to a football player than a basketball player. Beforehand, it was a basketball player because I was lean. So, but it's an athlete nowadays. Everybody thinks I'm an athlete. Now the athletes wear chains, so some venues people think I'm a rapper. So it's very common that I just get stares and looked at like I don't know if it's a maze or people just trying to figure out who
What's
I am,
going
what
on.
it is most of the time. So
I hear you. All right, man. I know you got born, raised, blood running through the veins, KC. What's up with the KC tats? I believe you got, a couple of them.
So I got the Chiefs Super Bowl, which yes, Chiefs fan, born and raised. I was able to see my team win the Super Bowl in my lifetime. I was able to see the Royals win the World Series in my lifetime. So not many people can say they seen their city teams win both. I'm just loyal to my soil, literally what it is. I could never forget where I come from. I have Missouri, the outline of Missouri tatted on this side, but if you look, I have California tatted on this side. So I moved to California at 18 years old. So believe it or not, I've spent just as much time in California as I was in Kansas City. Splitting, if you look at the times I was going for college and stuff like that, from here in both places, it literally pans out. I was 18 years one, 18 years the other. So pretty crazy to say. So I don't know what I am nowadays. I'm Kansas City through and through, but my lifestyle is very California.
Right. Been here so long, you kind of adapt to,
I want Mexican food. Enchiladas. I still miss my barbecue though. Man.
KC barbecue, one of a kind,
you
man.
You need that.
It definitely is. All right, man. You got, like I said, we went through plenty of ink, from head to toe pretty much. And I just want to know what in your eyes, what tattoo best represents, Juice Lane?
Best represents me. I want to say it's gonna be this whole leg. It's just because I love my family. Like my family is everything to me. My initial family is tatted. Everybody that's close to me, their initials is tatted on the leg. Have family running down. Have my great grandma tatted on the back. My retired basketball jersey tatted. The house I grew up in. And then I put it all under lock and key. So it's kind of this is my treasure chest.
Yeah.
So
it's a great way of explaining.
It's not so much one tattoo. It's the whole theme of this leg that probably means the most. And most represents me. So if you say one tattoo, it's the family first.
Yeah.
That's me.
Definitely, it's bold, sticks out on the leg, man. You can't miss that. You know what I'm saying?
That's me. I'm a family man.
Yeah. That's where we all trying to be. But man, Juice, man, like I said, man, big bro, just my dog, man. This was overdue. You've been there for me, dog. And like I said, when it comes to tattoos, you really paved the way for me, man. And like I said, we, just paid attention, what you was telling me. And I feel like I have no mistakes on my ink. You know what I mean? I love my ink and everything, and how far it's came along and just the difference between what we did compared to what other people are doing. So I'm just grateful for that. I appreciate you coming out and doing this. If anything, man, this is, definitely one of the best tales of this season, just because, with the ink you have, everything means something. The amount of ink you have and You know, Juice Lang, man.
Shit, that's me. Come on, man. Yeah. Nowadays, all you gotta do is listen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hardest thing to do as a human is listen. Listen to what people telling you because you want to do everything your way. You gotta think everybody's done it before you.
Right.
Everybody's done it. Everybody has a blueprint. That's why I tell my kids, if you listen to me, you'll be successful. I got the blueprint.
Yeah.
I know how to get there. I know how to get it done. Equivalent to sports-wise. It's the same thing when it comes to tattoos. I've made the mistakes. I thought about it. I was like, overthought it. I know the process of it. I took my time. Saying I don't regret not one tattoo. So that's what's most important. You don't want to regret nothing because you can't. I mean, you can get them covered up nowadays, but
terrible.
It hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts to remove them for what I hear, and I'm not gonna go through that pain.
Yeah.
So everything I got it's all meaningful from the neck all the way down. So on my throat it says nothing lasts forever, and that's life.
Hell yeah.
You don't live forever. So people kind of ask, like, that's how you think? No, that's reality.
It's life. Life.
That's just what it is. So.
But yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah. Shout out, Mama Lang, man, for blessing me, KCMO, all that, everybody out that way, everybody out, you holding it down for out here. Yes, sir. That's Juice Lang for you.
Lang gang.
Swear to God. Look in the mirror, what do you see? I see someone dealing with heartbreak. When I love a nigga, my heart ache. I know how a Cuban cigar tastes, but that do not help with the heart.
Tattoo Tales.
Look in the mirror, I see a great man. But look in the mirror, I see a great man.